Okay, everyone, it's time. We need to talk about this. We've pushed it off too long, but now it's time to talk about box and whisker plots. So your essential question today is to be able to find the range, quartiles, interquartile range for a data set, as well as makes a box and a whisker plot for a data set. Okay, so let's first answer the first question is, what is a box and whisker plot? Well, a box and whisker plot breaks up a set of data into fourths, each fourth containing equal amount of data. So let's just say we have this data set right here. This is a really easy one. Our data set is 1, 2, 3, 4. Very easy data set, right? And what a box and whisker plot does is it breaks this up into 4 equal data sets. So this would be 1/4. Each part is 1/4 of it. This is in 1/4 of it, and this is in 1/4. And it has a graphical display to show you how this data set is broken up. Here is an example of a box and whisker plot down here. Right here, this dot right here, this represents the minimum value, also known as the lower extreme. You could put minimum value or lower extreme right here. Minimum. Mum. That doesn't look like an M. I don't know, that was weird. Okay. And then, right here, this value, the one I'm circling green, that represents quartile 1. Or also known as the lower quartile. You'll see this sometimes designated as Q1. Let's put a Q1 down there, okay? This middle one, you guys have heard about this one, the one I'm circling blue. This is actually the middle, but in this situation, it's not a mean or mode, it's the median, okay? Median is also known as quartile 2. And then moving on, if this was quartile 1, the lower quartile, and median is quartile 2, what do you think this next one over here, that I'm circling red is? Well, of course, it's quartile 3, Q3, or also known as the upper quartile. So we'll put Q3 above that. And lastly, over here we have the biggest possible data point out there, and that's called the upper extreme, otherwise known as the maximum. Right there, maximum right there. And there's also a couple things that this box and whisker plot that you can see. Each section here, each section right there, this section right here, this section right here, and this section, they all contain an equal amount of data. 25% of the data is in each of these sections. That's why they're called quartiles, because each section represents a quarter of the data. Now, this middle group right here, this middle area, I'll do this in purple. Right here, that area right there, that's called the interquartile range. Oh, no, pull that. The IQR, the interquartile range. And to figure out the interquartile range, you just have to take Q3 and subtract it by Q1, from Q1, or actually take Q1 away from Q3. So just do subtraction. And also, we got this range right here. This you already know about. I just said what it was, actually. This is the range of all the data. Okay? And to figure out the range of all the data, you just take the minimum right here and subtract that from the maximum right here. Just subtract that. So this gives you kind of a little idea of what a box and whisker plot looks like, what it represents, how it organizes the data. And the next part of this video, we're going to find the key features of this box and whisker plot.